This your girl Kemadonna and you fucking with Refused Media.
Refuse to fuck with the media, but I had to tap in with my people, man. Refused Media, that interview coming soon. They just lined me up for the free throw, you hear me? Yeah. Do be on the lookout. Oh.
What's up with it, everybody? For those that don't know, I'm Top Shelf T, and I'm sitting next to the very beautiful Kemadonna. And I know that you guys saw her before on an interview. If you didn't, go make sure you watch our interview before. Refused Media. Go like and subscribe, and go check out that radio that we did, the radio show that we did as well. So we're gonna kick this interview off. It's been a minute since we met before. So as an artist, how have you grown and matured since, you know, the last time that we met? I know before you were talking about like your dance classes, and I saw you're dropping like videos like crazy, and I don't know, I just noticed a change, but you tell me and our viewers.
Well, of course it was a change. At first I used to be more kind of shy into doing different things. So now I found myself now. So now I be entertaining into the things I do now for my fans, and they be asking me for it. So that's why I really just came open into my videos, doing different things, because I got a lot of help now. First I was doing things by myself, so now I've then created a team, so things is way more easier now.
Yeah, and that's dope, because at least you're giving back to your fans by giving them what they want, you know. And I know with me, that's dope for you to break out of that shell. Like, it's hard for people like myself to break out our shells and shit, so that's kudos. And so, like, we're talking about, you know, growth and maturity. And so with what you've learned now from, you know, the time that you first, you know, laid your voice on the record till like now, if you can go back to one of your albums or one of your songs, what would you apply to that song or that album from what you learned now?
It's a lot on sex sales. I probably would change now.
Really?
Yes, I be listening to it now. Like, I could have did a lot of songs better. Like wordplay, I could have said things different, or I could have, you know, I could have flowed it a better way.
Yeah.
So I say like Best of Friends is one of them.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that song, I be like, oh my god. Like I don't know what I was thinking of some of the songs. Like, so I feel like I've matured a lot. You know, I finally found myself, like I said. So I became real better with it, learned more words. So it's getting more better with practice.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, I can see your growth. I know you just dropped the Underground, and what's different from the Underground than from Sex Sales? Like you said, you would change stuff on Sex Sales, but what's different?
A lot different, because Sex Sales was more about me actually trying to get myself more out there and expressing myself when I was younger. Like, as far as my body, I always talk about on sides and stuff. Yeah. So that was more about sexy stuff, and, you know, more like turned up little music. The Underground was way different. It's more of where I come from. Yeah. So I say it's really on two different, you know, levels. So I changed it up a little bit. So
honestly, I think that's dope, because you show different sides of yourself. Like, one part you show, like you said, it's you, it's how you were criticized about your body, but then now you telling people where you came from, so you still telling people about yourself, so you introducing yourself in layers. So I can dig that. I think that's dope. That's funky.
Right. And then my next tape is Love Is War. So I give them a little bit about my love life.
Yeah. You know. So you just got your projects just lined up and just ready to go, or that's dope. That's dope.
I do. Back to back. I got my first album already locked in, what I will name it and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Casey Veggie helped me with that one.
Right. And I see you just dropped that Shardy. Yeah, and you got a couple of features on there. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, Shardy, that's featuring Newport. That video was dope.
Shout out to Newport.
It was fun.
We did that Refused Media interview with Newport too, Top Shelf Jot. You know, so make sure I go and check that out as well.
With that one.
Yeah, for sure.
That was recently?
Nah, that was a long time ago. Honestly, like 2 years ago. Honestly, yeah. We got Newport on there. We got Pac-Man on there. Who else we got on there? Of course, G.I. Joe, Roddy
I got another video coming out. Me and G about to shoot what's on my mixtape too, the Underground. Picture Me Rolling.
Yeah.
Also along with Javaloke. That's on my mixtape too.
Shout out to Java. Yeah. So you working with a lot of people, a lot of different artists. So in this industry, or even just somebody that you ever like looked up to, has anybody ever given you any advice? And if so, like what advice was it?
Yeah, a couple of people. Of course, BI, BG Perico. Of course, my cousin Java. I said different couple of people, but the main people that I really focused on what they were saying to me was BG Perico, because where he headed at right now, like the stuff that he was telling me what I need to do and like the pattern I'm going, everything was like, it made sense to me. So I always keep what he telling me and, you know, listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Especially to have people like reaching out and taking the time to actually spit game in your ear, because a lot of people send you with the knowledge.
Right.
Pac-Man.
Mainly people from my own city.
Yeah, but that's dope though. That's love, because honestly in LA you find it hard for artists to even like fuck with each other and work with each other for whatever reason, you know, but it is what it is. So for people to be reaching out and working with each other, I think that's dope. That's improvement for our city. So I love it, you know, I definitely love it. All right, so getting back to the Underground project, how did you come up with some of these songs? Like, how did you come up with your music in the song?
Well, the number one on my mixtape was Real Personal Song, because it was somebody I grew up with. He actually in jail right now doing time. He living a lot of time. So he always do this dance, like, and it's like a popular dance. So I ended up making it to a song called The Bingo. So that's how that song came up. I just ended up writing that, thinking about him. And majority of the other songs, like the one with Java, that was more on some family stuff. Java actually created that one. Money Keep Calling, just sitting there thinking. I made that song actually mad.
What?
Sitting in the car. I was sitting in the car actually, and I did that song, thinking about it. And then I went in the house with my boyfriend. And then vibing with him, I just created more music that's better with him, you know. And then it was June on the beat that gave it to me, so I knew I had
what's
to gas
crazy
it.
about that, what you said about that, calling that out, I was looking at your track listing for the Underground. I saw that shit and I was like, that's dope, because see, I listen to a lot of bass shit and I listen to a lot of OJ Stalin and shit. So hearing like June on the beat, hearing like Mozzie, like that, I'm like, that's fucking dope that she actually got a June on the beat. So that's dope.
I'll probably have one on my next one too. Gotta help with his beats.
Yeah, so real dope. So I mean, I know that you're working on your craftsmanship, you know, as an artist. So do you do anything like extra on are you just a rapper? Or I know before you said that, you know, you used to write your own shit, you know, so are you doing that now?
Yes, and
that's dope.
I like to write for singers too. I like to songwrite too, like, so that's what I'm working on right now. That's something new that I'm gonna start doing too.
So wait, you writing for singers now?
I'm gonna start writing for singers.
Damn, that's dope. I mean, because you did do the poetry shit, so I mean, I think that is a dope lane to like kind of tap into, and so basically you just trying to compilate your whole song and produce your whole album, then, huh?
Yeah, trying to expand my talent, basically.
That's dope. That's dope. I think that makes people fall in love with you a lot more, you know, when it's real, like when you really got bars, you know, you really writing your shit. Because it don't get me wrong, it's not easy for somebody to be an actor, you know, but it's easy for somebody to be an actor and spit something that somebody else wrote, you know. For you to write your own shit, that's dope.
Yeah, I like to basically with my music, I really like to storytell. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things to do. I can write some storytelling music like fast. Like, that's just the main music I like to do. But I'm versatile. I can do whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah, and we gonna see a lot of that, you know, because it sounds like you got a lot planned. Like you said, you got this next mixtape coming out, or this next project coming out.
Yep, Love is War.
Love is War. That title is interesting. Yeah. Can we talk about the title a little bit?
Yeah, because this mixtape, I thought about Love is War because I had a lot of little days where I was feeling down, or you know, really feeling the vibe of just the love, you know, the love moment. So that's why I came up with a lot of those songs. Actually, like in one day, I did like 3 of the songs in one day. So when I did those 3 songs, everything that kept coming to my head was all love stuff, or our relationships, niggas, or my past, and stuff like that. So I was just like, I'm gonna name this one something with love. So it took me like a week or something to come up with actually Love is War.
That's crazy. That's raw talent. Like for somebody to be able, like I said, to come up with a song in a day. And produce something that fast and make it quality. You know, that's dope. What other songs do you have on the underground right now that you want people to like go and check out?
One of my songs, I think that I like all my songs, but what songs I probably feel like people need to probably hear more is probably the song with me and Joppa, because it's more of like, it's real. It's more real.
What is it called?
Do That Shit.
Do That Shit?
Yeah, that song, that's one of my favorite songs. That's my favorite song on there. And Hit the Streets with Rollo. That's one of my favorite songs.
You did the behind the scenes for Hit the Streets?
Did I?
Or what was it?
I think I did do a behind the scenes behind Hit the Streets, yeah.
I think you did. Yeah,
I did. With Treehouse.
Nah, you did for sure. Yeah.
That wasn't with Treehouse. That was Money Keep Calling. Money Keep Calling. I did with a lot of behind the scenes with that one. Yeah. That one coming out too soon.
I like the way you dropped that though. I mean, like to me, you kept them like guessing, because I was like, I can't wait to hear what it is, and then I was like, oh shit. I was like, I gotta wait. Yeah. So that was dope.
No, so I was expecting me to be like Sex Sells, so that's what people really thought I was gonna come with, but nah. I'm gonna come out with Sex Sells too.
What?
I'm gonna come with Sex Sells too, but it's gonna be way different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cut more cussing out of it.
I like that because me as a radio host, when I was doing college radio and I couldn't play a lot of shit because, you know, of course, you can't play certain shit.
Yeah, I remember one of the interview I couldn't say nothing with cuss words.
Yeah, that shit is hard to do because you gotta like edit music and shit, which is cool, but it takes a lot of time, and then to me it takes away from the art. Because my whole thing is I don't give a fuck about like, you know, what the cuss words you said. You gotta look past that, but you know, it is what it is. But so any collabs or that you want to do, or yeah.
My next project, I really wanted it to be all by myself.
Yeah.
Probably like somebody doing like the hook or something.
Yeah.
I really didn't want no features on that, my next project. Maybe the one after that, but the next one I really wanted it to be really all me, because I ain't have no take with just me. There's a lot of features on it, so I want to really do me.
Yeah, I mean that'll let that world see, you know, you, and let them see your real raw talent, you know, because people, critics always can talk shit, you know, haters can always talk shit and be like, oh, she always got features, you know, that's why her son is going. But nah, you can prove it to him by doing that shit, so that's much respect.
If I did want any features, I probably want Nipsey.
Yeah.
Mozzie, probably O3 Greedo.
Yeah.
Of course, G.I.
Yeah. Sounding like some hits, you know, of course, I would love to hear it. So what about any females? Is there any females that you want to collab with?
Michi Blue.
Alright.
C-Star.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fucking with those two. Ash Bash Dakotas.
Alright.
Those are the main ones I'm fucking with right now.
Alright.
Everybody else cool. They all cool too, but.
Alright. That's dope, you know. It is what it is. But, you know, it was a pleasure for you coming out, you know, and chopping it up with me again. You know, I definitely appreciate that. Y'all can also check out Favorite-ish with Kemadonna. That's gonna be up on here too. I'm Top Shelf T. This is Refuse Media, and this is Kemadonna. Kema, tell them where they can find you at, baby.
You can find me on Instagram at Kemadonna, Twitter at Kemadonna, my Facebook at Kemadonna Gold, and of course you can subscribe me on YouTube, Kemadonna. Make sure y'all tap in with me.
Alright, hey, most important thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. Top Shelf T, Refuse Media. We out, yo.